So we're going to show video clips of my dad from a 2008 interview when he launched, when the book Against the Grain was launched. He was at Mount Allison University. These quotes, there's a 53-minute video, which is going to be also shared on the link tree, and it's really great. I recommend it for you. You'll recognize a lot of what he's talking about. I just want to apologize to the intellectuals and academics here because we really took sound bites and they're out of context. So there's a lot of context missing from these, but we just wanted to show him his mannerisms, his laugh, and some of his ideas as he expressed them. So the sound quality, it's going to sound like something squeaking in the background, and I don't know what that is, but it's from the video. So here is Pete Vayda in his own words from 2008.
If you Google my name, you'll still find that I'm giving credit for views that I haven't held for about 40 years. I was a pre-law student in Columbia College, and I went for one day to Columbia Law School and realized that it wasn't really what I wanted to do, and took a lot of anthropology courses, and that decided me on going into anthropology. Well, I think I was looking for some big ideas that would explain the world for me. I was 24 at the time. I got the PhD. And I was pleased by that because I wanted to get away from the university. So I got a grant to do field work in the Cook Islands with the initial idea of comparing society and culture and environment in two closely related atolls, Manihiki and Rakahanga. I was trying to follow the model in vogue at the time, where you pick a society and you describe it, you do an ethnography of it, and that's the kind of field work I didn't enjoy then, and I don't think I'd ever enjoyed or ever could enjoy, because I needed more of a specific focus. Well, the theme of relation between people and their environment, which I first got as a graduate student at Columbia, that's remained. But it's taken different forms at different stages of my career. Maybe I should mention I first moved to Columbia in 1960 after my first teaching job at the University of British Columbia, which a job that lasted 2 years. I was replacing other people. And actually at the time I had the ambition of being a kind of journeyman anthropologist and going to lots of different places in the world, but I couldn't resist the invitation to my alma mater. I enjoyed the initial years there, but with the particular interest I had in interrelations of people and their environment, I felt constrained in my ability to work across disciplinary lines, and my disillusionment with systems thinking had begun, and my questioning of the materialist dogma, I should perhaps say. I began to look for positions elsewhere, and the one at Rutgers appealed to me because it was a senior position in what had been the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, which was looking at the time for a new identity as a multi-purpose liberal arts college with a so-called man and environment theme. And then they invited me to join them and to take a leading role in developing that. So I thought this was an opportunity to put into practice some of the ideas I had about working in a more interdisciplinary way, or perhaps ignoring disciplinary boundaries so as to advance knowledge, understanding, explanation in this general area of people-environment interactions. Beginning in 79-80, we had a series of longer-term projects to look at the forces making for deforestation on Kalimantan or Borneo. And those experiences were important to me as fieldwork experiences, which you asked about previously, but these were different from the fieldwork experiences which were directed to getting the ethnography of particular societies. We were trying to answer questions about deforestation, and it wasn't the role of a particular group or society in deforestation, but rather we were trying to understand the various forces contributing to it. That was sort of a significant break from what had been more traditional ways, anthropological ways of proceeding. It also was multi-sided research before that became a fashionable term. We need to have a much more specific focus on the actions which are of interest because of their environmental effects. And then we have to ask, what is the knowledge behind those actions which leads people to take part in those actions, rather than asking what is the totality in some sense of the knowledge system which is behind the actions. The idea is not to go out in the field to test one hypothesis or one theory, but to have a question to which there may be to which no doubt there are lots of different possible answers. And the more different possible answers you're aware of, the better.
I wonder how you see your relationship with the discipline of anthropology today, and maybe how that's changed over time.
Do I have to?
So I just want to say, in that longer response, I mean, many of you who have worked with him know, and I had a problem with this with the Wikipedia and with his obituary. He absolutely did not want to be known as an anthropologist, but he did say, because he really thought his role and contributions were much more interdisciplinary. However, he continues to say, I just loved his reaction there and his laugh, because I miss his laugh so much, but he did go on to say that he felt that his work was important for anthropologists, and that his anthropology background, of course, had a huge part in, making him who he was, or who he, I was going to say who he is, but I'm still having trouble with that.